James Hart. I'm going to be going over our throwing mechanics. Now, if you're at home, maybe you have limited space, or you don't have someone to play catch with, you can still hopefully find an opportunity to practice these mechanics on your own. You don't even need a baseball or softball. I actually have a soft tennis ball that I'm going to use to throw against a wall and practice that way. First, when it comes to throwing, just want to quick mention our grip. Okay, if you have a baseball or tennis ball, you probably want to grip it with 2 top fingers and then your thumb on the bottom. You want some space in between. If the ball is a larger ball, maybe like a softball, then maybe you need to have 3 fingers or 4, depending on what's comfortable for you. Okay, but we want to have that space in between if possible. We don't want to grip the ball too tightly. All right, so there are 4 keys or 4 mechanics that we are focusing on. The first one is side to target. Okay, if I'm throwing the ball this way, I want to have my opposite side, my opposite hip facing that direction. The second key is to step with my opposite foot towards my target. The third key is to have my arm in an uppercase L shape with my elbow elevated to my shoulder. Okay, and then the fourth key is to rotate to target, and some people consider that or call that following through. The first key, having your side to target. Sometimes you might start facing your target. That's fine. Maybe you want to start out with your side to target. If you start facing your target, what you have to do is you have to step with your dominant side foot and turn your foot outward so that you pivot, and then eventually get that side to target. Now that your side is to target, it's time to step towards our target. Now what's important here is that your upper body works with your lower body in unison. So if I were to step, all right, I want to separate my hands at the same time. My hands and my feet work together, okay? If you see Major League Baseball pitchers, sometimes they have a leg lift. If you watch, their hands and their legs are moving in unison. They're never working against each other, okay? So when I start to step towards, my hands break, all right? And that's gonna lead us into our third key, which is the uppercase L. All right, now we have our side to target. We are stepping and separating in unison. We wanna make sure our arm angle is an uppercase L. If I were to extend my elbow too far and try to throw, I'm throwing with just my shoulder, that's hard on my shoulder. If I bend my elbow too much and make kind of a V shape, I'm throwing with a lot of my elbow just, and that's hard on my elbow. So we want to have equal stress on both joints, your shoulder and your elbow. Okay, so we step, we stride, we get to the uppercase L. I want to elevate my elbow to the height of my shoulder before I rotate and throw. All right, our last key is to rotate your hips, your belly button to your target, or follow through. So when I do that, okay, I open up my front foot, and that's going to pull on my hips to then rotate through, okay? And then that's when I'm going to then rotate the rest of my body through as well. Now, there are 3 different phases to this, okay, to put it all together. So I'm going to step, that's 1, okay? I'm going to rotate and throw, that's 2. And then step 3 is my back foot comes after, okay? So we have step, throw, and then the back foot comes through after. A lot of times what we see students do is that they bring this back foot with their arm, and that's not rotating properly. You want to have the throw, step and the throw come first, and then the back foot drag behind afterwards. All right, now that we've covered the key mechanics to have our side to target, stepping with our opposite foot towards our target, arm in an uppercase L, rotating to target, now you're ready to practice on your own and put it together.